Hello, good evening, everybody. AIMS India live session biology for class 7 food components. In this video, we are going to discuss about what are food components and how the food components are made up of and their importance. Let us start, children. Components of food. The main components of food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. All these are called nutrients. So let us once again recall what are nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the chemical substances present in the food which we eat. Then what are those chemical substances? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The complete definition of nutrients is the chemical substances which are utilized for the production of energy and growth are called nutrients. The subject which deals with the nutrients is called nutrition. So in the nutrition, we are discussing about the components of food, nothing but nutrients. So let us study in detail one by one. Carbohydrates. What are carbohydrates? The carbohydrates are the group of compounds that contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. As I told you that they are nutrients made of chemical substances. What are the elements present in the carbohydrates? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So these carbohydrates are commonly called sugars. They are called as sugars. Carbohydrates are also called sugars. They may be simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. What are simple carbohydrates? The carbohydrates which are made up of one unit glucose. They are the simplest form. Glucose is the simplest of all carbohydrates. Glucose, fructose, galactose, ribose, and deoxyribose. These are all simplest carbohydrates. So these simplest carbohydrates will be providing energy directly. So for example, if you take glucose, some athletes or the sportsmen, they consume energy drinks. That energy drinks contain glucose. This will be directly absorbed into the blood and release energy. That's why carbohydrates are also called energy nutrients. They are also called energy nutrients. Some simple names are there for these carbohydrates. For example, fructose. Fructose is a fruit sugar. Fructose is called fruit sugar. So simple carbohydrates, only one sugar molecule is present, that is glucose. The complex carbohydrates. The complex carbohydrates, if you take, they are containing more than one unit of glucose, like sucrose or cane sugar, lactose or milk sugar, glycogen or animal starch, starch, it is the plant reserved food material, and cellulose. These are all complex carbohydrates. In our digestive system, these complex carbohydrates are finally converted into glucose by the action of hydrolysis of enzymes. That is, amylase enzyme converts these carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, into simple carbohydrates. For example, starch. The starch is converted into maltose. Sucrose is converted into fructose and glucose. Like that, different complex carbohydrates are converted into simplest carbohydrates in the human digestive system. So here some sources are given. Mainly these carbohydrates are available from the plant sources such as rice or cereals, potato, banana, fruits, and the animal sources, milk containing this lactose sugar, and some milk products containing the carbohydrates. These carbohydrates, they produce energy, hence they are called energy nutrients. So let us go for next important how to identify the carbohydrates. This experiment you can also conduct in the school laboratory. A simple test to test the presence of carbohydrates. How will you test the presence of starch in a given food sample? So here the aim of the experiment is to test the presence of starch in the given food material. Starch is a complex carbohydrate. To know the presence of starch in any given sample of food, identification test, that is iodine test, can be performed. Iodine test can be performed. Then what are the requirements for this starch test? We need to prepare iodine solution. How iodine solution is prepared? So this iodine solution is prepared. A dilute iodine solution can be prepared by adding a few drops of tincture iodine to a test tube, and that test tube, half of the test tube will filled with the water. Then it is ready for usage. The iodine reagent is used to test the presence of starch. Then procedure. What we have to do? The selected food material, it may be a potato or it may be any starch solution, you can take in the test tube. If the starch is present, when we add iodine solution, the starch converted into blue black color or dark blue color, which indicates the presence of starch. So if the starch is absent, the food item will remain colorless. Okay, so here a potato is taken, the potato is peeled out, then that prepared iodine solution, few drops is added here, so it turned into deep blue color. What does the deep blue color indicates? Indicates the presence of starch. Iodine is a specific reagent which is used to test the presence of starch. The same test can also be conducted to confirm the photosynthesis also. In the evening time, one leaf is detached, the green leaf, then it is dechlorinated, means it is in the alcohol or in the boiled water, that leaf is boiled, then it become the pigmentless, depigmentation can be done. Then on that leaf, if you add few drops of iodine, it turns deep blue color, which indicates the confirmation of photosynthesis. So this is a important test to identify the carbohydrates in the given food material. Let us go for another important component of food, proteins. Proteins are also made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen along with nitrogen and small amount of sulfur. Compared to carbohydrates, proteins are more complex organic compound. They are more complex. Structurally, they are more complex. So these proteins helps the body in growth and repairs the tissues, so that they are called as body building foods. Very important. The other name of proteins is body building nutrients. Body building nutrients. These proteins are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Sulfur may or may not present, but carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen are present in almost all proteins. The proteins are called building blocks of the cells. They are called building blocks of the cells. Cells are called building blocks of the body. So without proteins, there is no cell. Next, how we obtain the proteins? We get the proteins from plant and animal foods like milk, eggs, meat, fish, and all kinds of pulses. Plant foods, the pulses, particularly beans, contain more proteins. So protein molecule is made up of large number of small molecules called amino acids. So this point is very important. As I told you, the proteins are complex nutrients. So in our digestive system, these proteins are broken down or hydrolyzed by the enzymes called proteases. The enzymes which digest proteins are called proteases. In the presence of these proteases enzymes, the proteins are converted into amino acids. Amino acids are the units of proteins. Whereas, what are the units of carbohydrates? Glucose is the unit of carbohydrates. And the amino acids are the units of proteins. So, these amino acids are again divided into different types. In your higher classes, you are going to discuss. They are essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. The proteins which are present in milk, meat and egg, they are made up of essential amino acids. They are called complete proteins. The proteins from milk, meat and eggs are called complete proteins. And the proteins which are available from the plants, particularly soya beans, okay, they are also rich in proteins, but not rich in essential amino acids. So here some food items are given: fish, milk products like cheese, eggs, beans, broccoli, the different food items, meat, chicken. These are all the food items which are rich in proteins. So proteins play a very important role. Taking proteins is very important for a growing child. So that's why, again, when we are discussing about the balanced diet, again we remember about these proteins. Let us go for the test for proteins. The components of food, protein test. This also can be done in the laboratory. To test the presence of proteins in a given food, it is our aim. So what are the requirements? Food item, test tube, and some chemicals are required here. They are caustic soda are sodium hydroxide solution and copper sulfate solution. These are the two important chemicals which are required to test the presence of proteins in the given food material. So before going to procedure, how caustic soda solution and copper sulfate solution is prepared. The caustic soda solution can be prepared by dissolving uh, 10 grams of caustic soda dissolved in 100 ml of water, and the required caustic soda solution is prepared. When you dissolve 10 grams of caustic soda in 100 ml of water, then sodium hydroxide solution is ready for using as a reagent to test the presence of proteins. Then copper sulfate. How copper sulfate solution is prepared? Copper sulfate solution can be prepared by dissolving 2 grams of copper sulfate 2 grams of copper sulfate in 100 ml of water. 2% copper sulfate is prepared. So these two, copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution, these two we have to prepare. Then we have to start the procedure. Then using a dropper, add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution to the test tube. Then means before adding this solution, you have to take the food material in the test tube. Then we have to add this. Add 10 drops of caustic soda solution and shake the test tube well. Then observe the color of the mixture. So you have taken the food material containing protein. To that food material in the test tube, first of all, you have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda solution, and you have to shake the test tube and observe the color of a mixture. The color of mixture turns violet color if protein is present. If protein is present, the violet color appears. If violet color appears, then the inference is proteins are present in that given food sample. Okay, first test tube, a clean dry test tube, take the food item, then add few drops, 2 drops of copper sulfate, then caustic soda, 10 drops of copper sulfate with the help of this pillar, then shake well. So after that, they turn into violet color. So this is about the protein test. So before go for the today's quiz, so let us recall what we have learnt. So nutrients are the chemical substances which are required for energy production and growth. Basically, there are 5 main nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Along with that, roughage and water, fibers and water are also present in the nutrients. So these nutrients, today we discussed about carbohydrates and proteins. Carbohydrates are energy nutrients and proteins are body building nutrients. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and proteins are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Okay, the carbohydrates are either simple or complex. Simple carbohydrates, example, glucose, fructose, galactose, ribose and deoxyribose. Whereas the complex carbohydrates, glycogen, cellulose. Isn't it, children? And sucrose. Next, Proteins. Proteins are complex nutrients. They are made up of simple units called amino acids. For the digestion of carbohydrate, which enzyme is required? Carbohydrases or amylases are required. For the digestion of proteins, proteases are required. All carbohydrates finally digested into glucose. All proteins finally converted into amino acids in our digestive system. So let us start another component, fats. What are fats? The components of food which are more complex compared to proteins also. They are also made up of fatty acids and glycerol, mainly containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. They are simple, means after conversion of the complex carbohydrates into simple, they are in the form of fatty acids and glycerol. Both fatty acids and glycerol containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So the food materials which are rich in these fats, butter, ghee, milk, egg yolk, these are from the animal food material. Nuts, cooking oil are the major sources of fats from plant sources. Okay, these are the major sources of fats for us. In adults, the fat requirement is more, that is 35 grams of fat every day. We require 35 grams of fat every day. Our body stores the excess of fat in the form of a fatty layer beneath the skin or surrounding the different internal organs. Okay, a layer called adipose tissue or fat tissue is present in the animals, in the human beings also, beneath the skin. So that is the store energy. Compared to these carbohydrates, fats provide more energy. Okay, these are also called calorie nutrients or energy nutrients. But excess of intake of fat is not suggestible. So if you take the fat food items, oil, vegetable oil, butter, cheese, and nuts, these are all the food items which are rich in fats. So in order to digest these fats, a separate enzyme, as the fats are very complex, they are converted into the simple forms by the action of enzyme called lipase. Lipase is the enzyme which digests the fats into fatty acids and glycerol. So these fats requirement is essential. Without fats, that's why growing child has to take ghee. Ghee is containing some essential fatty acids. The fatty acids, essential fatty acids are there, and non-essential fatty acid, that is cholesterol. Cholesterol is, if it is more in the food, then it will lead to some complications. Cardiovascular problems are developed. But essential fatty acids like linoleic acid and linolenic acid, if they are present, then that is good food, which is required for the growth of brain also. That's why coconut containing the essential fatty acids. So it must be included in the diet which we take at least weekly once. Raw coconut containing, the coconut milk containing these fatty acids. So let us go for the test for these fats. To test the presence of fat in the given food material, what are the requirements? Food item and a piece of paper. The procedure, very simple test is there for the testing the presence of starch in the food material. Take a small quantity of food item to be tested. Wrap that food item in a piece of paper and crush it like this. Take a nut, any nuts, and crush it on the paper. After that, if you observe the paper become somewhat translucent. A oil layer is formed. If that in the observation, a oil patch is formed. If oil patch is formed in on the paper, then it is indicates the presence of fat in the tested food item. Okay, this is about the fats. So, components of food, major components of food we have completed today. That is carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So, balanced diet should include all these three ingredients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. That's why everyday diet we will take a curry, we will take rice. Along with that, we will add ghee also. That ghee represents the presence of fat. So, children, let us proceed to the quiz. Those who are in live chat, please answer the questions. The first question: the food item which given below belongs to which of the following groups? Here, a food items are given: beans, peas, pulses, and meat. The options are fats, proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates. Analyze: beans, peas, pulses, and meat. First three belongs to the plant food materials from plants, and meat is from the animal. All these food materials are rich in. Yes. What is the correct option? Those who are in live chat, please answer. Yes. Proteins. Pulses are rich in proteins. Meat is also rich in proteins. Next question. White of an egg turns violet when 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda are added to it. This indicates the presence of which of the following components of food? Starch, proteins, yes, fats, proteins, and vitamins. So, which is the correct option? Meat is also rich in proteins. Next. So, the correct option is next question. So, children, those who are in live chat, please answer. So, this experiment we already studied in the live show. Egg yolk contain albumin. White albumin is present. That albumin is rich in protein. So, here the color change indicates the presence of proteins. B is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following food groups is or has the highest energy? Oil, butter, ghee, all of these. Oil, butter, ghee, all of these. What is the common in all these? Fats are present. So, the highest energy produced by all of these. Okay, if you take carbohydrates and fats, carbohydrates produce 4 kilocalories of energy per 1 gram. If fats 1 gram, if you take 9 kilocalories of energy is produced, almost double the carbohydrates. So they are high energy rich food materials. Next, which of the following classes of food is present in pulses? Vitamins, fats, carbohydrates, proteins. Come on. Which food material? Proteins. The pulses are rich in proteins. Very good. D is the correct option. Next. Carbohydrates and starches are included in which of the following food groups? Energy giving food groups, bodybuilding food groups, protective food, all of these. Here, carbohydrates and starch, both are same. Come on. Yes, here let us analyze the question. Analyze the options. Energy giving foods. Energy giving foods are carbohydrates and fats. Bodybuilding foods are proteins. Protective foods are vitamins and minerals. So here carbohydrates and starches are including which of the following food groups? So the option A is correct. Very good. Most of you answered A only. Let us proceed. You can find fats abundantly in which of the following food substances? First option, wheat, rice, sugar and potatoes. Ghee, oil, milk and cheese. Second option. Soya beans, fish and meat. Third option. Carrots, mangoes and lemon fruits. So here analyze the options given here. In the question, fat rich food material is asked. What is the correct option? The first option, wheat, rice, sugar and potatoes. These are all rich in, yes, carbohydrates. The second one, ghee, oil, milk and cheese. These contain protein and fat. Then soya beans, fish and meat. They are rich in proteins. Carrot, mangoes and lemon. They are rich in vitamins. So here the correct option is B. Ghee, oil, milk and cheese. Yes. Next question. Proteins are essential for. What is the function of proteins? For growth and repair of body tissues, to provide energy for our daily activities, for giving our body fit and healthy, for strong bones and teeth. Functions of proteins. proteins play a very important role. That is, number one, growth. Number two, they help in providing the immunity, because all antibodies are proteins. Next, the proteins also provide energy when carbohydrates and fats are not available. And for the formation of new tissues, repair, it is very important function of proteins. So remaining all the functions, provide energy is the function of carbohydrate, keeping our body fit and healthy, vitamins and minerals. Next, strong bones and teeth, calcium and vitamin D. So here the correct option is A. So most of you have chosen correct option. Keep selecting the right option. Let us continue. Which of these changes starch to blue-black color? Lime water, iodine, methylated solution, Benedict's solution. So here, which is the reagent used for testing the starch? Iodine reagent. When iodine is added, it turns deep blue color. A component of food is known as body building food. Proteins and is obtained from plant sources. Proteins and is obtained from animal sources. Proteins and is obtained from both plant and animal sources. Minerals and is obtained from both plant and animal sources. So proteins are called body building nutrients. So what is the correct option here? So proteins which are obtained from both plant and animal sources. It is the best option, because vegetarians get the proteins from plant food like pulses and beans, different types of dals. Next, so this is a quiz for today. In the everyday live chat, we are going to have continuation of this lesson. So our website www.aimstoday.in for live class schedules. Please log into this. The recorded videos of live session also provided in our website. And other notifications also you will receive if you subscribe our channel. So please subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel.